The National Electrical Code, or NEC, mandates ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection for all bathroom receptacles. There are no exceptions for GFCI feed-throughs. This means that every receptacle in a bathroom, regardless of its proximity to a water source or its location on any wall, must be GFCI protected. The code specifies that all receptacles within 6 feet of a water source need GFCI protection. This encompasses receptacles on both exterior and interior walls, including those adjacent to bathtubs, showers, or sinks. There are 2 primary ways to achieve GFCI protection in bathrooms. Firstly, a GFCI receptacle. A GFCI receptacle is a self-contained unit that offers GFCI protection solely to that specific receptacle. Secondly, a GFCI circuit breaker. A GFCI circuit breaker extends GFCI protection to every receptacle connected to that particular circuit. It is important to note that opting for a standard receptacle over a GFCI receptacle does not result in significant cost savings. The price difference between the two is minimal. In conclusion, based on the NEC regulations, implementing a GFCI feed-through in a bathroom to safeguard another receptacle is not permissible. Every receptacle within a bathroom must have individual GFCI protection. To reiterate, all receptacles installed in a bathroom must be GFCI protected. This protection can be achieved either by installing a GFCI receptacle at each location or by using a GFCI circuit breaker to protect the entire circuit serving the bathroom receptacles. Using a GFCI receptacle offers localized protection at the point of use. When a ground fault is detected, only that specific receptacle will trip, while other devices on different circuits remain unaffected. This can be advantageous for minimizing disruption in other areas of the home. Installing GFCI receptacles is generally straightforward, especially when replacing existing receptacles. They fit into standard electrical boxes and can be wired similarly to regular receptacles. However, it's crucial to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully and ensure that the wiring is done correctly to guarantee proper GFCI functionality. On the other hand, a GFCI circuit breaker provides comprehensive protection for the entire circuit. This means that if a ground fault occurs at any point on the circuit, the breaker will trip, cutting off power to all devices connected to it. This can be particularly useful for protecting multiple receptacles or other electrical equipment in the bathroom. Installing a GFCI circuit breaker requires replacing the existing circuit breaker in the electrical panel with a GFCI type breaker. This task should be performed by a qualified electrician to ensure proper installation and safety. While both GFCI receptacles and circuit breakers offer effective GFCI protection, there are some factors to consider when choosing between the two. GFCI receptacles are generally less expensive to install individually, making them a cost-effective option for protecting a small number of receptacles. They also offer the advantage of localized protection, minimizing disruption to other circuits in the event of a ground fault. GFCI circuit breakers, on the other hand, provide comprehensive protection for the entire circuit, which can be beneficial for protecting multiple receptacles or other electrical equipment. However, they are generally more expensive to install and can cause a wider disruption in the event of a ground fault. Regardless of which option you choose, it's crucial to test the GFCI protection regularly to ensure that it is functioning properly. GFCI receptacles and circuit breakers typically have a test button that can be used to simulate a ground fault and verify that the device trips as expected. It's recommended to test GFCI devices at least once a month to ensure that they are providing adequate protection. In addition to the NEC requirements for GFCI protection, it's also important to follow all other applicable electrical codes and safety standards when installing or working with electrical wiring in a bathroom. This includes using the proper wiring methods, ensuring that all connections are secure, and grounding all electrical equipment properly. Working with electricity can be dangerous, so it's always best to consult with a qualified electrician if you have any questions or concerns about electrical safety. Furthermore, it's worth noting that some local jurisdictions may have additional requirements or restrictions regarding GFCI protection in bathrooms. It's always a good idea to check with your local building department or electrical inspector to ensure that you are complying with all applicable regulations. They can provide guidance on specific requirements in your area and help you ensure that your electrical installations are safe and code compliant. While the NEC provides a comprehensive set of guidelines for electrical safety, it's important to remember that it is not a substitute for proper training and experience. Working with electricity requires a thorough understanding of electrical principles and safety procedures. If you are not qualified to perform electrical work safely, it's always best to hire a licensed electrician to do the job. They have the knowledge, skills, and experience to ensure that your electrical installations are done correctly and safely. Remember that GFCI protection is designed to protect people from electrical shock hazards. By following the NEC requirements and taking other necessary safety precautions, you can help ensure that your bathroom is a safe and comfortable space for everyone. To recap, the NEC mandates GFCI protection for all bathroom receptacles without exceptions for feed-throughs. Protection is achieved either through GFCI receptacles or GFCI circuit breakers. Regular testing of GFCI devices is essential for maintaining safety. Compliance with local codes and consulting qualified electricians ensure safe electrical installations. For and-fault circuit, interrupters are critical safety devices. The NEC provides specific guidelines regarding the placement and type of receptacles allowed in bathrooms. This is directly to ensure that electrical outlets are positioned safely away from water sources, minimizing the risk of electrical shock. The NEC specifies that receptacles should not be installed directly above bathtubs or within reach of showers to prevent accidental contact with water while using electrical appliances. Additionally, the NEC requires that all bathroom receptacles be rated for damp locations. This means that they are designed to withstand moisture and humidity, which are common in bathrooms. Damp location receptacles have special gaskets and seals to prevent water from entering the electrical connections, reducing the risk of corrosion and electrical hazards. When selecting receptacles for a bathroom, it's important to choose those that are specifically labeled as damp location receptacles and that meet all applicable NEC requirements. Using the wrong type of receptacle can create a safety hazard and may violate local building codes. In addition to GFCI protection and proper receptacle placement, the NEC also addresses the wiring methods used in bathrooms. All electrical wiring in bathrooms must be installed in accordance with the NEC requirements for wet or damp locations. This typically involves using moisture-resistant cables and conduits to protect the wiring from water damage. It's also important to ensure that all wiring connections are properly made and that all electrical boxes are securely mounted to prevent moisture from entering the electrical system. Furthermore, the NEC requires that all metal parts of electrical equipment in bathrooms, such as light fixtures and receptacles, be properly grounded to provide a path for fault current to flow back to the electrical panel in the event of a short circuit. Grounding helps to prevent electrical shock hazards and ensures that the electrical system is operating safely. When installing or working with electrical wiring in a bathroom, it's crucial to follow all applicable NEC requirements and to use the proper materials and techniques. If you are not qualified to perform electrical work safely, it's always best to hire a licensed electrician to do the job. They have the knowledge, skills, and experience to ensure that your electrical installations are done correctly and safely. In addition to the NEC requirements, it's also important to consider the specific needs and requirements of your bathroom when planning your electrical installations. For example, if you plan to use high-power electrical appliances such as hairdryers or curling irons, you may need to install dedicated circuits to handle the increased electrical load. It's also important to consider the placement of lighting fixtures to ensure that the bathroom is adequately illuminated and that there are no dark or shadowy areas. Proper lighting can enhance the safety and functionality of the bathroom. When planning your bathroom electrical installations, it's also a good idea to think about future needs and potential upgrades. For example, you may want to install additional receptacles to accommodate new appliances or devices that you may acquire in the future. You may also want to consider installing a dimmer switch to control the lighting levels in the bathroom. Planning ahead can help you avoid costly and inconvenient electrical upgrades later on. The NEC guidelines are the foundation of safe electrical installations in bathrooms. All bathroom receptacles need GFCI protection through either GFCI receptacles or circuit breakers. Damp location receptacles must be used in bathrooms. Proper wiring methods that meet NEC standards for wet and damp locations are required. All metal parts must be grounded to prevent electrical shock. Licensed electricians should be hired for electrical work if you are not qualified. Future electrical needs should be considered when planning. Compliance with local codes and regular inspections ensure safety.